Topping today's news, an 18-year-old female died in a traffic accident early this morning. A Defense Force officer accused of a brazen daylight armed robbery caught on surveillance, and Inland Revenue making it easier for you to register your business. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Jarino Saunders. This is your JCN Evening News. It is a pleasure to have you join us. A woman is dead and 2 men are in hospital following an early morning car crash on Prince Charles Drive. Police say shortly after 1 a.m. today, the car, a Suzuki Swift, collided with a wooden utility pole. 3 people were in that car, but the 18-year-old female passenger was found unresponsive. Emergency medical services attended the scene and confirmed that she was not alive. The 2 men sustained injuries and they were taken to hospital for further medical treatment. Their condition at this time is unknown. This marks the 6th traffic fatality for the year. There were 7 fatalities in January of 2025. According to an IDB study, there is an average of 6,000 traffic accidents nationwide on an annual basis. A Royal Bahamas Defense Force officer has been arrested for participating in a brazen daylight armed robbery on Friday outside a money transfer company on Carmichael Road, where a female victim was shot in the leg and robbed of a substantial amount of cash. This morning, police were asked about that robbery that was caught on surveillance video as well.
It was shortly after 1 p.m. on Friday. Police were alerted to an armed robbery which occurred in the area of Carmichael Road. The officers proceeded to that area. Once they got to that area, they determined that there was an armed robbery located at one of the local establishments. During that incident, we also received information that a female who was the victim in that armed robbery, she was shot to the leg. She was eventually taken to the hospital where she received medical care. Shortly thereafter, the officers, whilst conducting their inquiries, they were alerted to persons in the area of Cowpen Road. Whilst in that area, they were able to take into custody 2 individuals, one being the Defense Force officer that you were just briefed on, along with another young male.
Royal Bahamas Defense Force Commodore Captain Floyd Moxey said the Marine was on a 2-month break for sick leave. He said a full investigation will be conducted and the matter thoroughly investigated. Also, from the robbery, a car with a government red plate was used in that robbery, but police say that red plate was stolen.
Based on the information that we received so far, we do know that the vehicle that was used in that incident bear the plate of a government vehicle, but we do know that that plate is a plate not in active circulation. It seems to be an old plate from a vehicle that may have been used just for that purpose.
In other news, it is that time of year again when business owners need to get your business licenses renewed and provide income information so that the government can determine which category your business is in terms of paying your value-added tax. On Saturday, the Department of Inland Revenue sought to make the process a bit easier with a pop-up event at the Center Court at the Mall at Marathon. Communications Manager John Williams explains the event.
We're excited to be here again. We've been doing this for several years now, and we call it DIR Comes to You. We've heard the complaints of taxpayers all the time. Our office is closed, it's full, they can't get through to us on the phone, so we bring our office to the people. So we come here every year, every January during renewal season to allow persons to go through their renewal process easier, apply for licenses. So NIB is here, physical planning is here, BAFTA is here, environmental health is here. Everybody's here because we want to make the process easier, faster, and better.
For those business owners who did not make it on Saturday past, Inland Revenue will have another pop-up event on Saturday, January 24th, Center Court at the Mall at Marathon. And finally, in this segment, Deputy Leader of the Free National Movement, Shannon Dawn Cartwright, is asking the government to give details about the Tourism Development Fund and tourism levies. In a statement, he said the government must now provide clear and immediate answers to straightforward questions, including how much revenue has been collected through the Tourism Environmental Levy since it took effect, how much has been deposited into the Tourism Development Fund, what specific projects have been approved or funded, and which islands and communities have benefited? Why has no public report, audit, or expenditure breakdown been released, among other questions? The Tourism Environmental Levy has been in effect since January of 2024. You're watching JCN TV News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.